Self-growth can be difficult at first, but if you accept it and continue with it in the long run, it will pay off handsomely. Changing yourself is an ongoing process. The books on our list will be an excellent starting point for your adventure. Good Lux is a channel dedicated to inspiring you to extend your perspective, achieve general life breakthroughs, and discover what personal achievements may bring us. The goal of this video is to educate you on some self-growth literature that can truly assist you in becoming a better person. Better in an ethical sense, not in a competitive sense. Subscribe first so you don't miss out on our daily dose of financial and life knowledge. Not all self-help books are created equal. Some will assist you in getting started on your adventure, while others will offer you a boost once you have gained expertise in particular areas. Without further ado, here are the 10 books to read. Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. This book feels powerful as the name suggests. It makes you strive. Power for the sake of power. And while we disagree with my former self on this issue, the truth remains that power is quite real. It is the unseen scepter that holds all hierarchical relationships in place around us. This is still a book we recommend. We feel it is critical to understand how individuals use power to their advantage and what you can do to protect yourself from certain abuses of power. Aside from the fact that all of the stories in this book revolve around power, it provides several life lessons as well as fascinating historical anecdotes. In a given context, the ability to wield power for good. Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The title of this book does not do it justice. Covey discusses with us 7 habits to adopt to be truly productive in whatever you want to do. Of course, it is not as simple as it appears. He emphasizes the necessity for a paradigm shift, a fundamental transformation in how we understand the world and ourselves. This book can be used as a guide, complete with practices, to go through the steps necessary to effect such a transition. Half shock therapy, part ancient spiritual knowledge, Covey's book is jam-packed with practical wisdom. It's about much more than just becoming more effective. It is about becoming a full integer person who seeks the best, not only in yourself, but also in those around you. A must-read for anyone who believes there is always more to learn. Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. We've all experienced the devastating downward spiral. We must complete some major chores, the very concept of which causes reluctance. We have no idea where to begin and are feeling overwhelmed before we even begin. We become easily distracted to get rid of that feeling, only to suddenly realize that hours have passed, valuable hours, and then find ourselves in the same position as before, still unsure where and how to begin. But now feeling guilty on top of it, which manifests itself in an increased desire for distraction. Tracy urges us to eat that frog to break the spell of procrastination before it paralyzes us, to keep our priorities straight, deconstruct huge jobs into smaller ones, and learn when to attack the giant frog first or to start with something else. Tracy is an excellent motivational speaker and personal development author. While we wish we had delved a little deeper into the psychological reasons why people delay, it is still a must-read for anyone looking to break the spell and get things done. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Hill's work, published in 1937, is a masterpiece. Don't bother with the edited versions because they all leave out significant and contentious information, some historical, some relevant to the book's objective of thinking and growing rich. The word rich may imply that the book is all about monetary gain, and while it does cover that topic, it is about much more. This is possibly the earliest clear reference to positive thinking on how to care about more than just the money in your wallet. This self-growth book has been able to endure the ravages of time. It covers everything from the fundamentals of planning, decision-making, and tenacity to more sophisticated tactics like auto-suggestion, transmutation, and what we can learn from fear. This is not a get-rich-quick book, but rather a timeless guide to discovering what truly counts. Daniel J. Siegel's Mindsight. Seagull has created a one-of-a-kind blend of meditation, psychoanalysis, and neuroscience that he calls MindSight. As he puts it, a formidable blend of emotional and social intelligence. We all suffer from one problem or another, something that seems to disturb the very center of our being at peace. And while it may not always be the ideal plan to wish to get rid of it, understanding and compassion for that little component that upsets that perfect image of ourselves can certainly help. This book is jam-packed with techniques, insights, and epiphanies that will teach you everything you need to know to rewire your brain and maximize your neuroplasticity. This is an excellent book for both spiritual searchers and scientists. David D. Burns, Feeling Good. Cognitive behavioral therapy is the most successful therapy now utilized by psychologists. It entails identifying thought patterns that are harmful to your self-image and mood and deconstructing them to break free from those toxic cycles. If you want to know how this works, which moods are important in your life, what thinking patterns are creating your sadness, how to overcome self-judgment and guilt, and how to overcome approval and love addiction, as well as how to fight self-perfectionism, don't look any further. Cognitive behavioral therapy has aided millions of people and can assist you, and this is the ideal book for that task. This is the best self-growth book you'll ever read, packed with scientific data, exercises, and examples. Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow. Daniel Kahneman's wonderful book offers a clear description of all the amazing research he has done over the years. He is the originator of the behavioral economics, which studies how our psychology influences our decisions, and he describes in simple terms how our thinking is separated into two systems, fast and slow. The quick one is nearly instantaneous. It is made up of hardwired reflexes that govern emotions, a relic of an evolutionary past, an unconscious, illogical machine. The slow one is methodical, self-reflective, and logical, but it is easily distracted and requires a great deal of effort. Both play an important part in our lives, and Kahneman investigates when the rapid system fails and why the slow system is frequently underutilized. This book shows you how to make solid judgments and leverage the best of both systems, with mind-blowing examples and crisp analysis. John C. Maxwell's Failing Forward. We will all fail at some point in our lives. What counts most is how you handle it once you've done so. Will you surrender? Will you use it as a springboard to success? Failure teaches you priceless lessons, and the longer you stay on the road, the more you will have in you to provide. This is not by any means our natural reaction to failure. The majority of us fear it, avoid it, or refuse to fail at any cost. All three are far more perfect. It is far preferable to accept failure as it occurs, to accept responsibility, and utilize it to learn about yourself and your vulnerabilities. Only by being completely honest with yourself about failure can you hope to develop. This fantastic book will teach you how to accomplish just that. A straightforward book for everyone looking for a clear mirror. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. The Power of Now requires little introduction. This may be the book that has had the most influence on our collective psyche in recent years. The practice of mindfulness encourages millions of people all over the world to live more satisfying and compassionate lives. Mindfulness is defined as non-judgmental awareness from moment to moment. It is a technique for reducing depression, increasing emotional intelligence, and cultivating compassion. And it has only just arrived in the West, which had been weary and skeptical until science validated a wide range of its promises. The brain can be conditioned. The Power of Now teaches you how to let go of attachments to certain thoughts and states of mind, allowing you to fully appreciate the present moment. Brené Brown's Daring Greatly. Brené Brown's books are fantastic. She writes about an insight that we have discovered to be both frightening and real. Vulnerability, contrary to popular belief, is a power that may be harnessed. Growing up with the idea that we had to hide some aspects of ourselves to appear strong and persist at all costs seems like a sham to me. And now she has the evidence to back it up. From that position of vulnerability comes a sense of worthiness, which most of us must nurture every day. Only through connecting with that vulnerable area of our hearts can we connect with others and develop genuine compassion, both of which Brown says is necessary for living a wholehearted existence. However, the reality is that we frequently lock down, feel unloved and misunderstood, and would rather have the vulnerability and possibly even ourselves disappear. That concludes this video. Thank you for sticking with us to the finish. And for those of you who are still with us, here's an additional point for your commitment. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is a fantastic ageless book that focuses on money thinking rather than money making. Despite this, it is still the best personal finance book in the world, and for good reason. It dispels the misconception that you need a high-paying job to make a living. That statement is more true now than ever before, thanks to the gig economy and several alternative ways for people to create money. This book contains a variety of timeless phrases and teachings that are still applicable today because people's attitudes around money haven't changed all that much throughout the years. This book allows you to challenge your beliefs about money in ways that other personal finance books do not. We hope we were able to provide you with some insight into what self-growth entails and how to achieve it correctly. We are convinced that these 10 books will assist you in determining where to begin and how to become the person you desire. Letting go of some thoughts or ideals can be frightening, but when you do, you'll discover pieces of yourself you didn't know existed. Knowing and altering yourself is not easy, but it will bring forth your most exceptional qualities. Which of our ideas stood out to you the most? Which book did the best job of explaining it? Put that concept into action and you'll notice an immediate improvement. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to help this channel develop and inspire other people. Also, make sure to enable the notification bell for more personal growth material like this so you don't miss out on any of our other stuff. We'll see you in our future video.